What if I told you the greatest investor in history didn't rely on luck, didn't chase trends, and definitely didn't try to get rich overnight? He followed a few simple rules again and again for decades, and those rules quietly turned a young boy into one of the richest men in the world. This is the story, and the 10 rules, of Warren Buffett. He wasn't born rich. In fact, at just 11 years old, he bought his first stock. And yes, he made a mistake. He sold it too early. He made a small profit, but later watched it rise much higher. That moment stayed with him, and it became his first rule. Rule 1: be patient. Wealth takes time. Most people want fast money. Buffett learned early that slow money wins. As he grew older, he wasn't partying or chasing shortcuts. He was reading hundreds of pages every single day. That leads to Rule 2: read more than everyone else. Buffett once said he spent 80% of his day reading because knowledge compounds, just like money. Now, here's something interesting. Buffett didn't invest in things he didn't understand. No hype, no guessing. That's Rule 3. Only invest in what you understand. If it sounds complicated or too good to be true, he simply walked away. While others chased hot stocks, Buffett waited, sometimes for years. That's Rule 4. Be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. This one rule made him billions because he bought when everyone else was scared. Now imagine this. You find a great company, but the price is high. Most people still jump in. Buffett didn't. That's Rule 5. Price matters more than hype. He didn't just buy great companies, he bought them at the right price. Here's where it gets powerful. Buffett wasn't trying to make money quickly. He was trying to keep it forever. That's Rule 6. Never lose money. And never forget Rule 1. Sounds simple, but it's incredibly hard because avoiding losses is more important than chasing gains. And while the world kept changing, Buffett stayed consistent. Same principles, same mindset. That's Rule 7. Consistency beats intelligence. You don't need to be the smartest, just the most disciplined. Now let's talk about lifestyle. Even after becoming a billionaire, Buffett still lives in a relatively simple house. That's Rule 8. Live below your means, because wealth isn't about showing off, it's about staying in control. Another surprising truth: Buffett didn't diversify like most people suggest. That's Rule 9. Put big money into your best ideas. He believed too much diversification is protection against ignorance. When you know something well, go big. And finally, the rule that ties everything together. Rule 10. Think long term. Buffett once said, if you're not willing to hold a stock for 10 years, don't even think about holding it for 10 minutes. From a young boy buying his first stock to building billions over decades, there was no magic, just discipline, patience, and simple rules, followed consistently. If you made it this far, you already think differently than most people. Subscribe for more real stories about money, power, and the decisions that shape lives, because sometimes one simple idea can change everything.